Hello, my YouTube friends. So I wanted to show you today how that I am going to make the border for one of my bulletin boards in my classroom. Obviously, I'm at my house, not in my classroom yet, but I wanted to get ahead because I am going back face to face, first time in 4 years. And I actually get 2 classrooms to decorate. So one of my classrooms is pretty much already decorated. It's like, it's my Survivor theme. And I have a lot of like Safari, Survivor, like the vines coming down. So the other classroom, I'm gonna do more like in greens and browns and that kind of thing, and blues that will kind of match that, and then I can use some of those elements in there and not in the other room. So I have been seeing on TikTok, I'm sure you have too, the cute tissue paper border. So that was my idea. That was what I wanted to do. And then I realized I do not have that much money because it would take like a whole pack. If you do it the way that they did it, it would take a whole pack of tissue paper, like 8 pieces, 8 sheets. And you fold it into thirds, cut the strips off. I mean, it does make it beautiful. It's very thick and it's gorgeous. But tissue paper is $1.98, $1.48 for like a pack. There's 8 sheets in the pack. So that would mean for 1 pack of tissue paper, I would get this much of my border. Well, that ain't working for me because my bulletin board is huge. So I need the border to go all the way around. So I hacked the hack, and I ended up taking, I got a pack of paper that was 36 sheets for like $3.50 or something like that at Walmart. It had most of the colors that I wanted. I did pull out the red and the orange because I didn't really need those. I do have one orange here, but this is like a darker orange. So this is like a muted orange, and it had like a red and an orange that was like really bright, and I didn't want that with these kind of muted colors that I'm using. And then I also pulled out the white, the purple, and the black. And then I added some more white with that. And I'm actually going to make another just like this with the purple, black, and white to go in my other room because it has mostly purple stuff because I love purple. And a lot of my stuff that I've bought over the years for my classroom, like plastics and stuff, is all purple. If you've ever watched any of my other videos from my other classrooms. So I wanted to show you really quick, super quick video of how that I did this, because you are smart. You can figure this out. If you are a teacher, you know what's what. You know how to do stuff. So I just wanted to show you. So what I did was I took my tissue paper, whole sheets, and I layered 4 of them together. So I did it in the same color for every pack, and 1 pack with the 36 sheets. No, I got 2 packs. I apologize. So I got 2 packs, and the 2 packs together made, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacks of the 4 sets of paper. So you can see, like, I layered them in the same order, every one of them, and then I split them in half. And then once I split them in half, I actually cut them in half. So these are the 2 halves. Once I cut them in half, I'll show you the steps. So I folded that half in half. And then I took my stapler and I stapled in the middle. Now, I want to show you a little hack for this, because if you don't have a long arm stapler, you can't get in the middle. But it's tissue paper, and it's not going to crease, and you're going to crinkle it anyway. So all I did to get in the middle is I didn't fold it. I just kind of pulled it up and took my stapler and shoved that in there. And then you can see I was able to get my stapler in there, and it doesn't really make a crease in there. So that's a little hack for you. And then once I did that, see they're attached, I left it folded, and then I cut my fringe like this all the way around. You don't want to cut all the way to the top. You can see I stopped about, I don't know, just about 1/4 of an inch from the top, just so that it doesn't cut through the fringe and it's attached together. And then it'll look much cuter when it's actually on my board because I'll twist it and staple it. But you can see, like, all I did to do this is I just kind of opened it up and I scrunched. Just scrunchy, scrunch, scrunch all the way. And then once I staple it to my board, it'll be a cute little, like, I'll scrunch it and it'll be cute. It won't be as full as those other ones, but guess what? I don't have money for that. I ain't got time, ain't got money. I just got to do it this way. So if you want a less money sucking, because I do a lot of stuff in my room. So if there's going to be lots of stuff, I can't spend too much money on each thing that I do. So I hope this was helpful. If so, please give like, subscribe, so you can get more notifications of when I upload more videos. Hello, my YouTube friends. So I want to show you how to make this, what do you call it, pennants or whatever, to hang up around your boards or around your room or for party decorations or whatever. Like, I have made a lot of them because I have a long board in my room that I'm going to use it for. And I use the colors that similarly match the border that I made, that I showed earlier with the tissue paper. And I'm just going to show you right quick how to make that. So all I did was I just took crepe paper. I've made these with, what do you call it? Tablecloths, and made them like the plastic. So maybe it would be a little bit more durable. You could use it if it's, you know, going to have a little bit more usage or people touching it or that kind of thing. But this works fine too. It's just out of crepe paper. I guess you could also use tissue paper, but then you would have to trim it and you would have to cut it. And this is just so much easier because it's already the size that it needs. So I feel like it's much easier to use. So I just took the 4 colors. I took white, green, black, and yellow, and I just alternated them all through the thing. And I used the silver, what do you call this? Ribbon, twirling ribbon, curling ribbon, or whatever it's called. So I'm just going to cut off a little length of this so that you can get the idea. Obviously, I'm just putting one on it, so you know, we'll see. Like, you would have your long strand that you're going to use for this. And then to tie it on there, I just took about 12 inches or so, just so that I could actually curl the end of it and it be a little bit fancy. So there's to tie it on there. So the first thing is I spread mine out. I just took my little ruler, my little sewing ruler that I have that's clear. You could use anything. You could use a clipboard for all I care. Just something that measures about 16 inches. And that seems to be a good length to give you the 8 inches of, once you fold it. So I folded it back and forth. I used about 8 layers. So I just folded it back and forth. And then all I did to save myself time, I didn't try to go in like this. I just cut a little bit off the end to make all those loose. And then did the same thing on the other end to make all those loose. So now I have 8 strips of paper. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. Line them up. Fold it in half just like that. I crease it. And then I slip this right over that curling ribbon that I'm gonna use for my string. You could also use regular ribbon. You could use twine. I mean, whatever it is that you want to use. You could use yarn. And then I take my string that I'm going to tie it with. Now, this is the part that I kept getting messed up on. And you can do it however you want to. I'm going to show you what I ended up doing. You can see, and it turned out wonderful. I just left them kind of squared off. Can you see? It's just kind of squared at the top. And they worked out perfectly. When I first started, and I only say that because I try to tell you so that you don't make the same mistakes as me. Because when I first was doing it, I was trying to like scrunch them up, make them circles, you know, fold them in themselves. And I felt like it really did look better and move better on the line when I just left them the squared off tops. So you don't have to tie it very tight. I just took this, put it in there. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Maybe you can. And then I just tied the knot and then held my finger in the middle of the knot so that it kind of held it tighter. And then I tied the second knot just like that. And then this is what it looks like on the string. You can see. And then I just take my scissors and I do what curling ribbon does. And I curl the curling ribbon. So curl that one. And that's what you have at the end of each one of them, just like that. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. So I cut this one in half in the middle, just like this. And then I'm going to cut each one of those in half. Forgive my cutting. And then I do one more, cut this one in half so that you have lots of little scrunchies to scrunch up. Okay, like this. And this is what you have. And then all you do to make it full is you just scrunch it. Just like we did in the 80s with our hair. You put the gel on and you just scrunch it up. And then that's what your little fluffies look like. Is that not adorable? And then once you have them all put together, it makes the garland to hang up around your boards. And I think that is an amazing idea. So there you go.